After somewhat disappointing episode last time round where we only managed a draw and a loss against 10 men. How did that happen? Today we need to get back to it because we have an FA Cup third round replay and another League 2 match. And if we're going to keep our opportunity up of being promoted from League 2 to League 1 this season, we need to keep cracking on. Hello and welcome to episode 43 of To Be a Legend. And my name's Mark, and on today's episode we have two games for you. First up is the FA Cup third round replay with the winners facing Wycombe Wanderers in the fourth round of the FA Cup. And then we have a League 2 match against Cambridge United. In League 2. Cambridge currently are 19th in the table, so I'd like to say that it should be a game that we're winning, and it should be a game that we're winning, to be fair. There is no ifs, buts and maybes about it, really. It is a game that we should be winning. But first, we have to go and beat Crawley Town, who we didn't manage to get by in the FA Cup third round in the last episode, as you will remember. One other thing just to note, and I'm going to do that video on Kit Basher at some point or other for you, but you will see we have actually bought the game editor now, and we have added in the third kit. Had a little bit of a problem with it, and I will explain for other people, because I notice in Discord and places like that, I've noticed that other people have similar issues. We'll try and iron those out, so a video of that coming very, very soon. I will promise you we will do it, and what I will do is do it when I'm doing the changes to the kit for next season, I think, or setting up our new save that replaces Chelsea. That's probably the best time to do it. Right, any more to get on with? As I said, schedule-wise, that Crawley Town game is first up. Transfers, there is absolutely nothing happening. Alex Patterson is now happy to stay, so we won't be saying goodbye to him. Alex Hume, of course, last in on loan on the 1st of January. Manny Norquette going out to Yeovil on loan. But to be honest, there is nothing else going on, and there isn't really anybody about that is tempting us to go into the market. Not that we can financially. As you'll see, we are under budget by about £500, there or thereabouts, £450, something like that. We don't have a lot of wiggle room in that. I've just realised we've gone bust in our scouting budget for this year as well, so that's blown that, and we're only halfway through the season, so that's not going to go down well. But yeah, we are struggling with regards to keeping our form going, and it's something that we need to fix very quickly. Crawley Town, we've played them twice. That 1-0 win at their place last time out in League 2 earlier in the season, so we do have history. On that occasion, it was Tyrese Omotoy after 23 minutes. Very close game, as was the game at home against Crawley, a 1-1 draw. And it does mean that we have them to play again in a couple of weeks' time. Depending on how things go, it could well be part of the next episode, because if we do manage to get through today, Wycombe will fall in where Doncaster is. And it will be Wycombe and Crawley in the next episode if that's how it pans out. If not, it's quite likely to be Crawley and Carlisle. But that's an episode to come. FA Cup third round replay then. Johnny Smith managing to get us back in after 86 minutes, 5 minutes after Hergirl scored for Crawley Town last time round. Let's hope for better opportunities today if we can. Just to recap on the League 2 table, because I don't think we did it. We got so disorientated and so fed up last time, we didn't bother to look at it properly. We will have a look at it now, though. Buxton, top 67 points. We have a game in hand over a second place Leyton Orient, who beat us last time out. And they are on 54. So we have a 13-point advantage over them at the moment. If you discard them for a minute, because Crawley Town have played the same amount of games as us, the gap is 15 points between us and Crawley Town. Win that game in hand, and it potentially still could be 15 points. Or if Crawley Town lose or whatever, we could get an advantage there. And of course, with Crawley Town coming up, there's a 6-pointer coming up in due course as well. So that's how it all stands at the moment. Right, Northampton, Doncaster still in the drop zone. Northampton on a run of 4 straight losses in a row. Doncaster trying to pull themselves around a little bit. They've won their last 2. So they're on hopefully a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel for them, which means that the likes of Gillingham, Stevenage and Colchester will all be watching what Doncaster are doing, because that all could change around in the next League 2 game. Right, let's get on with it and get into the episode. It's Crawley Town first up then, and we face them for an FA Cup third round replay, which will give us the opportunity potentially to pay Wycombe Wanderers. And this is the team that faces Crawley Town in this Emirates FA Cup third round replay. If it's all square at the end of 90 minutes, it does go to extra time and then penalties. So we want to try and avoid that if at all possible. The team then, it's Killip in goal. You'll need to notice that we have gone back to our 4-2-1, 2-1 or 4-3-3, whichever way you look at it. Purely because we seemed to be doing all right while we were playing that, and chopped and changed it around and seemed to hit a little bit of a rough spot. Killip in goal then. Scanlon, Gamble, Williams and Pike are our backline. McDonald moves into that defensive midfield role alongside Hume, and Duddy Zach is playing as the central midfielder in front of them. Is that his best? I think it is. These are all support roles, and we want him on an attack role. The only other attack role really is a ball-winning midfielder. Let's put him on a ball-winning midfielder just to see when it drops him down. Ball-winning midfielder on support. No, I wanted him as attacker, and that is the only, apart from advanced playmaker. Maybe we set him up as an advanced playmaker. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, bits of chops and changes. Barrington and Smith are playing as the wide players, both as inside forwards, because the wing backs will then come up and play around the outside of them. Dobby leads the attack up front, and no, he didn't have such a good game against Leyton Orient when he started out, so you might be questioning why. The reason why is Omatoy is suspended. He's picked up too many yellow cards, as is Zach Viner. Where are we? Zach Viner, there he is. He's also suspended, picking up too many yellow cards. And the other thing that we have to be concerned about today is Harry Williams, Gamble, Scanlon and McDonald are all on yellow cards. One yellow card, more yellow card, and they'll miss the next round. And as you'll see, there are a number of other players as well, just Linton, Clark, Smith, Patterson and Moss all on yellow cards as well. We could end up with quite a few of them missing from the next round if we are lucky enough to get there. We have to get there first. Pricebeck, Linton, Clark, Smith, Patterson, Greaves, Raymond, Moss and Turner Cook are on the bench for this one. And this is how the two teams match up. They are playing a 4-3-3 and more with just one defensive midfielder. So their team is Harry Watling is their manager. Joe Day then in goal. Mason, Strickland, Palmer and Scar are their defence. Osterfield as the defensive midfielder. Khalil and Griffiths in front of him. Tilley and Whitfield sit behind Telford. Dominic Telford up front on the bench. They have Addy, Tarazula, Gilligan, Sanders, Edwards, Conroy, Zito, Briggs and Clifton. Our first highlight, 2 minutes in, and it's a throw in to Crawley Town. So it's forward. Gamble gets there, but not won the ball back. And Griffiths gets in wide. The ball's come in. Williams heads it back out. Barrington is still alive for Crawley, and this is a bit of a worry. Deep. It's gone over the top, thankfully. Killip with the goal kick to Scanlon. Scanlon comes forward, finds Barrington. Barrington holds the ball up, tries to cross it, looking for Smith. Is Smith going to get there? Smith with a header. It's come back off the crossbar, I think. Throwing on the far side for Crawley Town. And we've won that ball back. Pike. Pike comes forward and try to squeeze it through, but to nobody. That ball launched forward. Long ball, but Gamble was underneath it. Out wide to Pike. Williams. Williams flicks it forward, looking for Smith. And Smith looked like he was fouled there. Ducked away. But Pike gets in again. McDonald. Pike having a good game out there. He's won a couple of balls. Half chances. Scanlon through to Smith. Smith on the ball. Crosses it in. And it's a headed McDonald goal. He's third of the season. And we go 1-up after 21 minutes. 22 minutes. I'll tell you for sure in a moment. But Kyle McDonald playing as that attacking defensive midfielder. Yeah, it was 22 minutes. And McDonald, lovely cross back in and great goal. We have a throw-in on this near side. Scanlon to McDonald to Dudizak. Scanlon tries to squeeze it through, but it's a poor ball in the end. Scanlon, and that's going. Killip is going to come out for that, and he's to Gamble. McDonald, Scanlon. Scanlon holds it up. He's got Dudizak in support. McDonald squeezes it across, and it's a miss. And Smith, he's gone in. And his 12th goal of the season from Johnny Smith. And it was a mistake by the Crawley defence that puts us 2-up after 43 minutes. We'll see it again from this angle. McDonald, lovely ball across, and that header missed. Smith was in, had a shot, and it took a vicious deflection. We're lucky there, I think. Throwing on the far side, Pike. Smith. Back to Pike. Pike all the way back for Killip, who's out of his area. Gamble, playing as well as the sweeper keeper today. Williams. That's what I like to see. Gentle build-up. Hume getting involved in that. Pike is out wide. Can he get it in the area? He can. And it's headed on, but Barrington is there. Cross it back in. Dobby! 16th goal of the season. And from a very tight match last time out, we go 3-up before half-time. Oh, man. And this should be the last bit of this half. Barrington held that ball up. Dobby, he almost looked as if he was offside. In fact, we're going to see it because the question was he offside? No, he's been played on by this player over here. Well played. Well, we've gone back to the formation that did us so well earlier in the season. Maybe we should have done it against Leyton Orient. We should stick to it because after 45 minutes, we are 3 goals to the good. And I would say, unless something goes drastically wrong, we are in the 4th round of the FA Cup to face Wycombe Wanderers. We've had 10 shots, 50% of them on target, 1.12 on the XG, 52% of the possession. So it's quite a good half. Crawley Town have just had 2 shots, one of which was on target, 0.17, 48% of the possession. I'm happy with that first half. And our worst player is Daniel Pike on a 6.8. And to be fair, I don't think he's played too badly. When you think of how the players have played just recently, we are doing very, very well. I'm more than happy with that first half. Crawley Town have our first highlight of the second half. 48 minutes in, and they've got one back pretty much straight away. And now we're going to have to watch it, but they don't come back at us. Scar to Tilly, and it's not what we wanted. Whitfield outrun the defender, whoever that is. Who is it? Barrington, who really isn't a defender, but he outrun him. And they have a free kick now. They get another one back now. We are in trouble. Gamble heads that down to Duddy Zach. Hume, who's been dispossessed until he's in. And they get 2 back. Three 0 up at half time. We're coasting it, and then we've just gone bonkers in this second half. What is going on? And now to add injury to insult, Daniel Pike has picked up an injury. It is a potential foot injury. So James Clark will come on for him. That's an enforced change. Kyle McDonald is slightly tiring, so we're going to have to watch him. Give him a bit longer. But we need to stop this onslaught from Crawley Town. Obviously, he had a good talking to at half time and starting to cause us a few problems. And with 70 minutes on the clock, we're going to make 2 changes. Harrison Dudzak is off, and Alex Patterson replaces him. It's a like-for-like switch. And we've also brought off Kyle McDonald in that Valate role. He's getting very, very tired, so we've brought him off. He has had a good game, though, 7.8 on the ratings. And AJ Greaves comes on for him in that position. I'm presuming he is the better one to put in there as opposed to Patterson. Just going to check that out, actually, now I've done it. Let's just check, because Patterson is 2.5 star against Greaves. He's still a 2.5 star. Greaves is a 1.5 star if we do that. He's a 2 star if we do that. We're better off like that then. So that's the way round that we will do it. And Greaves with a free kick. And it's gone out wide. Tilly gets it. And we've got to be very careful here. Williams wins that ball, but Greaves underneath that one. It's still not won back. We need to win it and win it back properly. Come on, boys. Oh, no. It's gone out for a corner. Looked like they were going to get back in there. And Williams heads that one clear, but only as far as Telford, and it's still on. Gamble, and it's not cleared. Come on, boys. That one's cleared to touch, thankfully. And with 87 minutes on the clock, we've made our final changes. The changes that we have made is Andy Smith is on for Harry Williams in central defence. We have also brought on Raymond. Jaden Raymond has come on the right-hand side for Johnny Smith. They are our changes. As we made that early enforced change with Daniel Pike picking up an injury. So they are all our changes. Can we see this game out? Let's hope so. 6 minutes of injury time, and we are in the final minute of injury time. Let's hope nothing happens here. Barrington heads that back forward. Gamble to Barrington. Greaves over the top. Dobby is on it. Can Dobby finish this off? Yes, he can. It's all over. We've restored a 2-goal lead. It's Dobby, his second of the game, 4-2 on the 96th minute. It's pretty much last kick of the game stuff. Lovely through ball from Greaves. Dobby on it. He was closed down, but managed to squeeze it at a very fine angle. And it's all over. We progress to the 4th round of the FA Cup. At times, I was a bit worried. 2 goals from Crawley Town inside 3 minutes early in that second half really had me sweating somewhat. There is another bonus in a minute, and I'll tell you what that is if you haven't already spotted it. Carl McDonald after 22, Johnny Smith after 43, Lewis Dobby 46 minutes in the first half, put us 3-0 up at half time, and at that point we were coasting, and I think I said it at half time. We're pretty much sure that we were going to be in the 4th round of the FA Cup. and then they came back and gave us a little bit of a worry. But Lewis Dobbie's made it comfortable and safe after the 96th minute, literally on time. And, well, I'm more than happy with that. Lewis Dobbie picking up man of the match, or player of the match, should I say. 15 shots, 9 on target, well over our 50% there. 1.49 on the XG, 51% possession. They had 9 shots, 4 on target, 0.98, 49% of the possession. And if you hadn't spotted it, what has happened is we didn't pick up any yellow cards. For the first time for ages, no yellow cards. And that means we've got no more suspensions in the 4th round. Good stuff. Well, there's been a full round of games. We're playing on Sunday. Been a full round of games on Saturday. And as you'll see, the table looks a little bit like this over on the right here. We are still top. 10 points now clear of Leyton Orient in 2nd place. Leyton Orient beating Cheltenham by 2-1 away from home. And Kaji, the scorer there. So that's down to 10 points. But we do have 2 games in hand. So that is still a 16-point lead if we can get it. And the other thing to mention is we've played one more game. Played one less game now than Crawley Town. They've on 55 points, just 12 points difference. Sorry about that. I hopefully will have edited that out. Siri decided I caught out of the corner of my eye Siri about to speak, so I stopped, and she did speak. She can do it again. No, she's not. I'm not quite sure why that's happening. I don't know if it's my watch or what's going on. But anyway, as I was about to say, Crawley Town, we've played one game less than them now. They are 12 points behind us, so we would be there. Still that 15 points because Crawley Town beat Stevenage by 2-0. So they've managed to keep up, or are keeping up with us as we go down into 30 games played. I think, if my memory serves me right, there's 16 games left to play. So 48 points, is that right? 3 6s are 18. Yeah, 48 points still available on the cusp. So we'll see what that looks like. Mathematically, still quite a long way off at the moment, so we're not going to worry. But I suppose the other thing that we should consider is Swindon are in 8th place on 44 points. Having played 30 games, 2 games in hand over them. And the difference at the moment is 23 points. So 23 points difference between that and that. So it's a long way to go, really, isn't it? To actually get out. Other thing that's happened is Doncaster have managed to crawl themselves out of those bottom 2 now by virtue. I presume they must have won again. They did beat Rochdale by 1-0. So they're on a little bit of a good bit of form at the moment. And they've pulled themselves out of the bottom 2 and will be looking to put some daylight between them and the relegation zone. So good job for them. Right, let's get on with the second game of the episode then. It is the game against Cambridge United. Cambridge United 20th after the round of games that have been played. So they've dropped down. They'll be looking to try and get back on terms. And one other thing to mention is Daniel Pike. He says twisted ankle, but he's out for 4 to 5 weeks, so we won't be seeing him anytime soon. Right, let's get on and have a look at the team that will face Cambridge then for the second game of the episode. Can we use up one of our games in hand at the top there and just open that little bit of a gap up? Let's hope so. And here we are with the team that will face Cambridge United. Forgot to have a look at the past meetings. We can do it on this screen. We have played them once before. It was a 5-1 win on that occasion. Patterson, Smith, Dobby with 2 goals, and Patrick Gamble on that occasion. 3-0 at half-time, 5-1 at the end. That was at the Abbey Stadium. We are at home today. Let's hope for a similar scoreline. Would be rather good. The team then that will face Cambridge, it's Killip in goal, Linton, Gamble, Smith and Clark are backline. McDonald and Hume continue in those defensive midfield roles in front of the back four. Duddy-Zack as the attacking playmaker in front of those two. Barrington and Moss are the wide players behind Omatoy, who leads the attack today. Malden, Scanlon, Viner, Camwa, Raymond, Smith and Dobby on the bench for this one. And this is how the two teams face off against one another. As I say, we've stuck with the team that beat Crawley Town. Well, not the team, but the formation that beat Crawley Town. And Cambridge playing with the one defensive midfielder. And confirmation that Cambridge 31 points in 20th place. And a free kick just inside their half. Clark fires it forward. Nobody there, and Grigg will come away with it. No, he won't. Yes, he will. Duddy-Zack, I think, managed to get that out. Clark over the top. Omatoy straight into the arms of the goalkeeper. We have a corner now. Hume with the corner. It's going to be an outswinger. Swings it deep. Gamble tries to get there. He's had a second chop at it. It's come off the woodwork, I think. And Barrington trying to win that. Gamble has won it. Gamble and, well, a bit of a wayward shot, but it's still alive. Hume to Moss. Moss into the area. He's got Hume there. It's bobbling around and Omatoy puts it away for his 25th goal of the season. It will count. It is 12 minutes on the clock. And, well, that was a bit of a strange passage of play. We seem to have lots of chances in a short space of time. And Moss keeping this alive. Hume fired it in. Defender beat the goalkeeper. Defender fired it in. And Omatoy poked it away. No more highlights in that half. Mind you, that was one very strange highlight passage that we saw there. 9 shots, 5 on target, beating our 50%, 1.34 on the XG, 64% possession. Maybe we should never have come away from this formation. It seems to be doing the job. We are making players grumpy, but it might be that we just need to look in bringing them in the summer to fill the places that we need them to fill. Cambridge United, 3 shots, 2 on target, 0.50, only 36% of the possession though. Right, we have got 1 in, but we're going to have to be a bit more careful. I've picked up a number of bookings, which we didn't do in the last game. So a bit disappointing that, but we've got noses in front. We want to stay in front. Our first highlight, 15 minutes on the clock, and it was a free kick for Cambridge United. Floated forward, Moss, and a mistake by the defender, Duddy-Zack. His 3rd goal of the season puts us 2 up after 51 minutes, and that's just the start to the second half we wanted, and that's good play. Clark, lovely ball over the top, missed header from Hundership. And through to Duddy-Zack. Duddy-Zack beats the goalkeeper. I think the goalkeeper expected him to go down the left-hand side. Highlight from kickoff. Grigg getting them underway. Back to Finney. Hundstrup, who was the player who missed his header. And Hume comes back in and cuts that out. Smith over the top looking for Omatoy. Ball won and didn't get one there. Duddy-Zack comes through. Wins the ball. Oh, that's a poor pass from Duddy-Zack, and we've let Cambridge in. And, ball crossed, and, it's gone in. And that all came from Duddy-Zack's poor pass, and they've got 1 back. We like hitting the self-destruct button, don't we? Oh, dearie me. We have a free kick just inside our half. Gamble to Linton. Back to Gamble. Back to Linton. Back to Gamble. McDonald finds Smith. Smith now finds Hume. Hume to Smith. Gamble. McDonald. McDonald comes forward. Finds Duddy-Zack. Gamble. Gamble swings it out looking for Barrington. Barrington has got through. What's Barrington going to do? He's going to have a shot and misses the target. Free kick on that far side. Clark with the free kick. It's crossed in. Smith has a shot, header, It's flapping around there, and it's gone over the top in the end. And with 65 minutes on the clock, we made 4 changes. We've changed our 2 wide players. Jaden Raymond is on the right-hand side for Perry Moss. Johnny Smith comes in on the left-hand side for Luca Barrington, who wasn't having a particularly good game and had got a yellow card as well. Patrick Gamble is off for Viner in defence. We might actually switch Smith and Diviner around, possibly, because I think Diviner's more of a right-sided central defender. And our other change is Scanlon is on for Linton. Again, not having a particularly good game on that left-hand side wing-back position. So that's where all the changes we're making for the moment, obviously keeping one in abeyance. We do have a couple of players that potentially will get tired, but we'll see how that fits in just a short while. And Viner with the ball to Clark. McDonald tried to thread that through, but it was a poor ball in the end. Smith. Scanlon, who's come on for Linton. Shows a bit more impetus on that thing. Scanlon, lovely cross into the area. And Omatoy, with his 26th goal of the season, gives us a 3-1 lead. 2-goal cushion again. 77 minutes on the clock. Lovely through ball. Scanlon doing all the work. And it was Scanlon who I think will get the assist. Lovely cross into the area. Omatoy puts it away. 26th goal of the season. And with 85 minutes on the clock and a 2-goal cushion, we have made our final change. Duddy Zach has come off. He's had a reasonably good game today. He's come off despite making that mistake, which gave them the goal. We'll forgive him that. But he's come off, and we've brought Bobby Camwa on in his place, and looking now to see the game out. And no more highlights. We've seen the game out and picked up a boatload more. We're going to pick up a fine for the 6 yellow cards that we've picked up. But we've beaten Cambridge United by 3 goals to 1, 18 shots, 8 on target, nearly 50%, 3.17 on the XG, 62% possession. They had 6 shots, 4 of which were on target, 0.86, 38% of the possession. It's not been a bad day. It's just shame Therese Omatoy didn't get his hat-trick, but nevertheless, good day. Let's have a look and see what that's done to the table. So with pretty much everybody else played 30 games. We've played 29, the same as Crawley Town. And I presume because we're both on for 29, that is the game in hand that we have as well, which is interesting. But we are now 13 points clear of Leyton Orient with a game in hand. So as I said, 16 points, but probably more interestingly, 15 points in front of Crawley Town, who are on the same amount of games as us. And the game again that we've got coming up in the next episode will turn itself in to a 6-pointer by the looks of it. So if we were to win that game against them, we would have an 18-point lead over Crawley Town. And I think probably we would have that, and then only a 16-point lead over Leyton Orient. But that's at this stage of the game is still quite a huge chasm between us and them. So as it stands, we are 26 points clear of Swindon in 8th place with a game in hand. So that could be 29 points, nearly 30 points. I don't think we're got to worry. We'll end up at the worst in the promotion playoff places. And to be honest, we're 22 points clear of that with a game in hand. So potentially 22, 60, 70, 22, potentially 25 points clear of that as well. So again, I think automatic promotion with 3 teams going up, we've got a fairly good chance as it currently stands. So there we go. That's the end of the episode, and it's been a positive one. The last time we had a bit of a stumbling block. We've gone back to the formation that we dropped after the Harrogate game, and then you see we had a bit of a stumble against Swindon, and then we were okay, and then we had that little bit of a wobble, Crawley Town and Leyton Orient, but we seem to have sorted that out and progressing quite nicely. We're going to come back for Wycombe in the FA Cup 4th round. Will we get through to the 5th round? who knows? Wycombe are currently in the League One. They're in League One, and they're currently 16th in League One. So we're League One opposition again in the next episode, and then we've got Crawley Town again, third time in quick succession. But we haven't lost to them yet, and let's hope it isn't going to be a loss against them there. Albeit last time we played them at home, it was a 1-1 draw, of course, in the FA Cup. We'll see how we go. So we're going to play a few games offline. Chesterfield currently 15th, Bradford City 6th, and Doncaster 21st. And then we'll come back for Wycombe and Crawley Town. Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If you have, don't forget to leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification button. That will keep you up to date with all future episodes of To Be a Legend and new series as they are released. If you want to keep up to date what's happening on this channel, the best way of doing it is to follow me on Twitter at JustOffsideToo. New episodes To Be a Legend released every Monday and Thursday at 4:15 p.m. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you for the next episode. It's episode 44. And it's a 6-pointer in the league and a possible chance to go through to the 5th round of the FA Cup. Can we do it? Join me then and find out. Till then, goodbye.